Welcome to the Horror and Gore Horror Movie Podcast, your number one podcast for all things horror. I'm your host, Big Goobs, and of course, I'm always here with my friend and co-host, Dakota. How are you, Dakota?
I'm doing good, Goobs. How you doing?
Doing good, doing good. First and foremost, happy Thanksgiving week for all those who celebrate. We are going to dive into a very delicious show, but before we get into that, drop a like on this video, subscribe to the channel. All of our stuff is going to be in the show notes down below, our personal pages and the podcast page. Follow them now. But let's dive right into this episode. What did we watch this week?
But before we get to what we watched this week, if you guys have noticed, this episode will actually be posted on Thanksgiving. So 2 days after the day we normally post. But if you guys are wondering why the Predator Balance episode was posted 2 weeks after our first episode, I had some internet difficulties last week, so we had to skip an episode. But I didn't get to post the Predator Balance episode, so you guys will get that one this Tuesday. The audio is already out on Monday, but it'll be the video and audio will already be up by the time this episode comes out, so you guys will get 2 episodes this week. So that being said, like you said, let's get into what we have watched this week. So for me, in the past 2 weeks, not a lot of watches. For the movies wise, I watched Dead End finally, the Christmas horror starring Lynn Shay and Ray Wise. Really enjoyed that one. Love that movie. It was so good. Kind of like I explained on Colby Adams' episode for this week. When I was watching it, I kind of knew what the twist was, but I wasn't 100% sure I knew the twist, but it was kind of here and there with the twist. Like, it was a good twist, but the way they done the twist was very shocking to me how they done it and how they carried on with the story. But really good watch. Definitely probably going to be rewatching that again during the Christmas season, and hopefully we mention that later on when we get to our Christmas episode in December. I rewatched The Monkey because I thought I was going to go watch Oscar Perkins' The Keeper, which I didn't, but of course me and Goobs has our thoughts on The Monkey back in February. I thought it was just okay. I give it 4 stars on the rewatch. It bumped up a half a star, so 4.5 stars. I actually watched in full, was not going in and out of like being sleepy and tired. And I also think it's the same thing of the beginning. It's too slow for me. The kids, some of the kids' story is good. It's like half the kids' story is good, and then the other half is like boring. And I think that was my problem with the first one. That's why I started like nodding off, but that extended to the movie. But the rest of the movie, when they're adults, is really good. Now, of course, I rewatched Thanksgiving for the 2-year anniversary. Love that movie, and we will talk about that one later on when we get into our Thanksgiving horror movies. Then I watched the remake of The Running Man, starring Glenn Powell, Edgar Wright's newest movie.
Nice.
Really love the movie. Haven't seen the original one with Arnold, but this one, like the only Edgar Wright movies I've seen is Baby Driver and Last Night in Soho before this one. I haven't seen any of his others like Scott Pilgrim, Hot Fuzz, all those main ones like Shaun of the Dead. I know Shaun of the Dead is your favorite, Goobs.
Yeah.
I like Edgar Wright as a director. I can rewatch Baby Driver, even though a lot of that movie does have like Big Brother that is canceled now all over the
Didn't age well.
Yeah, kind of true. Love not last night. Oh yeah, Last Night in Soho. Watched that one in the theater without like going in blind when I first saw it. Really loved it, and of course, love The Running Man. Definitely got to deep dive into his stuff. I've heard like you said, the Cornetto trilogy. Haven't seen any of it. I know you love it. A lot of people love it, and a lot of people love Scott Pilgrim and all those other movies. Definitely got to deep dive into those. And then I also watched. For my TV part, I watched episode 4 and 5 of Welcome to Derry.
Hell yeah.
What about you, Goobs?
I had a few watches in. A I watched the new found footage movie on Found TV called Faye. Um, that is a found footage movie to its purest form. It's scary, it's eerie, and it's so minimally done, but it's so good. So check that one out. Then I went to the theater and did a double feature of The Carpenter's Son, which actually was not what I thought it was going to be. It was more like a coming of age story of a young Jesus that has to put his own feelings and his own skepticisms of what's happening to him to the test and kind of feel out situations. It was very well done. It was very well shot. And yeah, it was actually a really good one. I know people hated on it because they just thought it was going to be blasphemous and everything like that, but it wasn't. It was very tastefully done. Then my second part of that double feature was Keeper, Osgood Perkins, and 3 strikes and you're out for me, Mr. Perkins. It wasn't my best theater experience, but to each their own. Then I watched Boiling Point, which is a one-shot take, like workplace drama. It follows a chef that goes to work in a high-end restaurant on Christmas, and it's super anxiety-inducing, especially if you've worked in any type of cooking atmosphere, restaurant, you will get PTSD for how accurate this movie is. But it's fantastically done, and the ending is a gut punch.
Is that the one with Bradley Cooper?
No, this one is with Stephen Graham. The one.
Oh, okay. I know we talked about. Yeah.
Bradley Cooper is Burnt. That one's a good one too.
Okay.
I like that one too. Bradley Cooper's an asshole in that movie.
Yeah, I've seen like clips from him. I'm like, oh.
Yeah. And speaking of gut punch, I rewatched The Long Walk. I finally showed my wife, and it's still my favorite movie of the year, and she loved it. Then I rewatched one of my scariest movies of the year, Dream Eater, now that it is finally on digital, and it's still scary as shit. So if you haven't seen it and you're a found footage fan, definitely check that one out. And then today, I had to, given the season, I rewatched Thanksgiving, which we will talk about a little bit later on in the show. Those are my watches. Do you have any physical media that you want to show off?
And before physical media, if you guys are not watching the video version, you should come over to the video version on YouTube, because I actually redone my background. And if you guys have watched Ian Colby's episode and seen, and even our last episode of when I done physical media, that stuff is back here with all my other stuff. So definitely come check it out. But for physical media this week, so not Black Friday. It is Black Friday, but Walmart did their Black Friday, like the first half of their Black Friday stuff.
Yeah.
And they have physical media on. So I got 5 titles. One technically horror, if you consider it. The others not horror, or 2 considered horror. But first up, I'm gonna do the non-horror ones. Yeah. So up first, I have their remake of How to Train Your Dragon, the live-action version with Mason Thames. Really love this one. Saw this in theaters. Then up next, this is one of the family's favorites, and that's F1 with Brad Pitt and Damson Idris. Have you seen this one, Goobs?
Not yet.
This is definitely have to be one that you got put on the watch list.
I heard good things about it.
Then I love the first one, so I had to pick up the second one, and that is The Accountant 2 with John Bernthal and Ben Affleck. Then the 2 horror adjacent movies. Let's get this out of the way. I'm a Blumhouse shield. I love all the Blumhouse movies except Black Christmas, and I haven't seen this one yet. I know it's on Peacock, but I had to pick up, and that is the 4K version of Megan 2.0.
Nice.
And then for my last 4K, which me and Goops have already done a review on this, so definitely go check it out. But I also got this to complete my collection, and that is the 4K of Jurassic World Rebirth.
Hell yeah. I rewatched that with my daughters a few weeks ago, and it's still a fucking banger. I don't care. I loved it.
I told Mom, like, we did in our review, I'm like, I thought it was okay, but I'm like one of those people that if I have the whole entire series, I'm going to collect the rest because I got the 5-pack of like the first one through Fallen Kingdom. I got Dominion when it was released. Even though on rewatch now, of course, like we said, like I don't like it that much anymore, but I still need it for the collection. And this was like these 4 was $13 a piece.
Nice.
This is not even on there for this price, but I got this for $9.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I love when they put their physical media on sale. I usually hit the DVD bins and get those for a couple dollars. So I'll be looking for those in the next couple of days.
And for any horror movies, if you guys are wondering that's on there, they might be still on there, but if you don't go over to, I think it's Groovoo that's doing it. If I got that wrong, it's GRVU, I think it is. They are like one of the physical media sites. They got Sinners on 4K for $13 if you guys want to get it. And I know this movie's a little bit here and there with some people, but I loved it. I think Goobs loved it too. Nosferatu for 4Ks on $13 there also.
Nice. Hell yeah. I didn't get any quote unquote physical media, but I did download a couple new audiobooks, and they are extreme horror / splatterpunk, but it is a couple recommendations from our good friend, Mr. Rob Nelson of Rob Nelson Horror. And it is Through the Eyes of Desperation, the black version by Daniel J. Volpe, and Through the Eyes of Desperation, the red version by Aaron Beauregard. It is 2 separate stories that come together and kind of play off of each other's through each of the stories. So he described it as super gnarly and one that is not one to pass up. So I got both of them. So I'm pretty excited to jump into those and continue on the extreme horror journey of the books. But those are the only 2 things that I got that are media. So we can go on to, we got some good news in here. First off, we'll start out with Mike Flanagan's Exorcism movie project that is scheduled to come out. Looks like Scarlett Johansson is joining the crowd. Not too sure how I feel about this. I don't know how Scarlett Johansson is going to fit in a exorcism themed film, especially one that's remaking one of the all-time classics. But I guess we'll see. What do you think?
I actually like this because 1, it's Blumhouse. Of course, I love Blumhouse. 2, it's Flanagan. Flanagan can do no wrong. It's an Exorcist movie. Like, I like it. I enjoy. That's what I'm going to say about The Exorcist Believer. I like the first half of the movie. Once they got into the whole legacy stuff, that's when they took it out. But to have Scarlett Johansson in this, Flanagan picked her for a reason. There has to be a reason he picked her. And Scarlett Johansson is a good actress. Like, if you look at like the lot of actors out of the MCU, you could see ones that are doing it do really well, and some don't. Like, for example, like Chris Evans, kind of here, not that great out of the outside of the MCU, but it seems like Scarlett Johansson, like Robert Downey Jr., and like even Mark Ruffalo.
Yeah, for sure.
And I would even say Chris Hemsworth, like out of the main 5, if you just took Chris Evans, if you took the other ones, and even like Jeremy Renner, because I heard he's like good in Mayor of Kingstown.
Oh yeah, I've heard of that. Haven't watched it, but I heard it's good.
But they're all good, and because what else is like Scarlett Johansson, Jurassic World Rebirth, like she's one of the best parts of it.
Yeah.
So I think Flanagan's knowing what he's doing. He's getting a good actress. He has a story where this is set in the same universe as the original. It's not going to be a sequel to David Gordon Green, so it's going to be a fresh story. It's not going to be a remake either of the original. So I'm on board on this.
Nice.
So up next, which I just saw this when you were talking about our good friend Rob Nelson. Rob, very soon his book Made a Monster will be on Audible. We will get a release date out to you very soon when that is. But he also announced that his second book, Just the Tip, finally has a release date. So the release date will be on December 15th, 2025. It will be, I think, only physical copies right now that Rob is doing. I will definitely talk to him and see about it and update you guys about that. But I think it should be probably, I don't know about Amazon, but if you guys go to his website, which I'll probably put the link right below for his website, you can pre-order, I think it's signed copies right now, and those will be shipped out by the time the book comes out.
And I will tell you, he takes extra care of his boxing and his packaging, and he puts care into it. So you don't have to worry about anything if you order it straight from him. I would suggest go straight to him because he puts that extra personal touch on it. So go support Rob.
Yep.
Yeah. And then this next piece of news, I am excited, but I don't know how it's going to be. The Sleepaway Camp reboot script is done. I've always wanted a Sleepaway Camp reboot or remake, however you want to put it. Obviously, with the climate, I don't know how that would go with how the original was. So I'm curious to see how this is going to work. Plus, isn't it fucking Kenan Thompson? Didn't he win the rights to this? Yeah.
I think he's producing it.
So I want to know how he's going to do a slasher of this historic like magnitude and a lot of people knowing the Sleepaway Camp name. So I am really curious. Of course, I'll be there because Sleepaway Camp is one of my favorite horror movies trilogy out there. So what do you think about this one?
So I kept a piece of the news out from you on this. So the guy who's already has written the script is the original writer. I don't know if he's the original director also of the of the first one. So
nice.
This is in hands of a guy who done the original. Yeah. And you know how good, like all three of them I heard are good. Like I haven't seen any of them, but I know the twist of the first one. I know what you talked about with our climate in the world right now with that. I don't know how they're going to do that. It might not be, to be honest, it might not be as blasphemous as it was back in the 80s.
Yeah.
If they done it now. So it would probably, I don't know though. Because if you go into a Sleepaway Camp movie as somebody that has seen it, and if that's the twist they do at the end, like what's the point of going seeing the movie?
Yeah.
Unless if but if they change the ending and do something else out of the blue, then that's when all these people that are a fan of the franchise can go see it.
Yeah. It's going to be interesting. So keep an eye out for it. What's the next one? I'm excited for this one.
I'm actually am too. So Clown in the Cornfield 4. The cover has been revealed for Clown in the Cornfield 4. Lights, Camera, Friendo. Adam released it this past Thursday or Friday. I think it was Friday.
Yeah.
The cover looks nice. I will post a picture of it when I probably post a clip of this over on TikTok and Instagram. So like Goop said, go follow it and you guys will see the cover on there. And you guys can go see it on Adam's page also. but it has a release date of August 2026. But with this being said, it is time for us to get announcements for Clown of the Cornfield 2, the movie. Friendo Lives. And I've been wondering if Shudder and them have been waiting for Adam to get this news out about the fourth book and let it all settle down in like 2 or 3 months. We will get a announcement that either a script is done or they're about to write a script out. Hopefully, if a script is done, they can start filming it in the spring. And by the time the fall reaches, which is perfect, because a lot of people thought the first one should be released in October, if they could release this in October of next year.
Yeah. Yeah, and he has said himself that the books and the story has gotten better the further on. So he said that he thinks that the story has gotten even better. So now that there's a fourth one out, there's no reason why we shouldn't get a second movie, because the movie did great comparative from budget to what it made. So I fucking love it. I can't wait. And Adam Caesar is just a good human being. So I will support anything that he does. Speaking of stuff that I love, you know me, I love cheesy B movies. The cheesier, the better. And we have a Sharknado prequel movie coming in 2026. Sharknado is one of the most absurd and ridiculous franchises out there, but they are so goddamn fun. So I will be looking forward to this when it comes out next year. Have you seen any of the Sharknados?
No, but I know the main guy. He plays in Beverly Hills 90210.
Yep.
And I watched Beverly Hills 90210, and I've seen clips of them because my mom and brother watched them when they were playing on Sci-Fi. And I want to get to watch them eventually because, one, the shark movies, I kind of enjoy shark movies, but them coming out with a tornado,
dude, it's peak cinema.
It's kind of fucking crazy just to think of tornado with a shark coming out of it.
And the CGI is impeccable. It looks so real. I can't even say it with a straight face.
Yeah, no, I knew that was being sarcastic. I'm like, oops, I think I see the clips where people get eaten by the shark. I'm like,
oh yeah, it's terrible, but it's so much fun.
It's like Piranha 3D type of CGI.
Exactly. All right, go on. Get the next two.
Yeah, I was about to say, can I do a two-fer on this?
Combine them.
So, Eli Ross, new movie, Ice Cream Man, coming from the horror section. Got its first look. It's the guy, I don't know the actor's name, but he's dressed up as the Ice Cream Man, riding through the town and trying to get some ice cream, enjoying it. And to be honest, after this, one, it's Eli Roth. And we will explain the next piece of news in this episode why I am excited about this be attached to Eli Roth. But two, the horror section. Like, I haven't seen Jimmy Stiggs and Dream Eater yet. I'm going to. Probably going to catch it this week. Both of them because they're available right now on digital.
Yeah.
But independent cinema, we talked about that before. And like, this is the whole thing. We always talk about independent cinema on here, on our personal pages, when we do the lives. And this is the perfect, like, staple of independent cinema because this is the first movie by the horror section that was announced by the horror section. It was not picked up like Dream Eater and Jimmy and Stiggs. So this is fresh. This is a planned movie they have been planning for. Eli Roth has been kind of like having ideas for, but this is not going to be a remake or attachment to Clint Howard's Ice Cream Man, which I think they are going to be developing a sequel to that, he said a couple months ago. So it's going to be its own separate thing. But yeah, give me this movie now. What do you think about the Scoops?
Yeah, I'm down. I am down for like I said, I haven't seen. I know it's not attached to it or anything like that. I haven't seen the original Ice Cream Man or anything like that. So this is
Whoa,
going to
whoa,
be a
whoa, 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 whoa! Time out, time out, time out, time out, time out. Do you just say you haven't seen the original Ice Cream Man?
yeah. It's always
Oh,
been on the.
dude,
It's always been on the
it's so
watch
good.
list. It's always been on the watch list, and I'll always scroll past it. So with this being not attached to it, it is like being its own thing. I'm glad that it's not attached to it, so it can have its own reputation. And like I said, I'll watch anything that Eli Roth does. You know, he may not be everybody's cup of tea, but fuck it, I watch it.
You said you like cheesy, like B movies, right? Horror movies.
Oh yeah,
Ice Cream Man is the definition of that. It's cheesy. You can see it's an independent film, but it's so good. And I'm just going to tell you this: the little kid at the beginning with the glasses. I had to do a double take because I thought he was Macaulay McCulkin at first. I'm like, that's not Macaulay McCulkin, but Clint Howard's in it. She plays in Black Christmas, the original. I wish I knew her name, but she's in it. You probably know who I'm talking about, the main actress
yeah,
from Black Christmas.
yeah. The one that recently passed earlier this year. I can't remember
She's
her
in
name.
that. It's good. The movie is good, and like I said, I'm all on board on this one. But up next is my favorite piece of Eli Roth news. He gave an update about Thanksgiving 2, which, if you guys are wondering, Dakota, is Thanksgiving 2 supposed to come out this year? Yes, it was. And he even said that in his interview. He said last year that the script was done, they were going to film in the spring. But he said right before they started filming, I think the LA fires had to do something with it also, so they couldn't film at that time. But there was two prominent directors and writers that looked at the script and they're like, "We like what you're doing with the movie, but that second act, we think we could do a little bit better with that second act. We like your first and your third, but that second act we can get a little bit better." So he gave them the script. They did some rewrites on it. And he said he's aiming to shoot this thing in the spring to have this in theaters by Thanksgiving 2026. And I'm thinking, when he said two prominent directors and writers, I know who probably looked at this movie. Because one, it's connected to Spyglass. And what has connected to Spyglass also recently? The Scream franchise.
Yeah.
And Kevin Williams and them were doing their own thing with Scream 7. But the last two Scream movies was directed by Radio Silence and both written by Radio Silence. I'm not shocked if they looked at the script and they helped change that second act in it to make it better.
Yeah. Wouldn't be surprised. So I know you're chomping at the bits for this movie.
Yeah, I'm pissed. I didn't get to see this year. I'm like, motherfucker.
That's all right. You can watch the next thing that's coming out because the Creep Tapes has a Christmas special coming out on Shudder, of course, on December 12th. Now, I'm a big fan of Mark Duplass and the Creep Tapes and the Creep 1 and 2 movies. I have not watched the second season yet. I need to start it, but I love the concept. I love the execution. I love the fact that a lot of the shit that is done throughout the movie and the episodes are a lot of improvisation from Mark Duplass, which just shows an absolute range of talent, but also makes me worry about his mental health sometimes because his shit is absolutely nuts and unhinged. But what do you think?
I don't know. I haven't seen any Creep movies, Creep Tapes, season 1 or season 2, but I do know about the Duplass brothers.
Yeah.
And they really like making movies and stuff. Is Jay attached to any of the Creep stuff, or is it just Mark?
I think it's just Mark as far as the performances and stuff. I'm sure it's he's probably in the background because I'm pretty sure it's through their own production company because it's an independent project. Even though Shudder's backing it, it's pretty much the Duplass brothers. So,
yeah, I was going to say with this, it's released on December 12th, right?
Yeah.
What's also releases on December 12th? A movie we're looking forward to very much.
Oh man, I don't know off the top of my head. It surprised me.
Silent Night, Deadly Night.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Just think, you got Peach Fuzz killing people over here. Then you gonna have Billy killing people in the theater. That's a double feature that people probably will absolutely love.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good one. Good week.
But up next, this trailer. Out of the two, both of the trailers we're going to talk about, but the first one is Night Patrol, and this is the new Shudder movie released in theaters on January 16th, 2026. This was shown at Fantastic Fest. It did not come off with great reviews, but this trailer has everything I want in it. First of all, Justin Long, great. Yeah. Tusk, I haven't seen Tusk, but he's great. I heard in Tusk. Jeepers Creepers, even though that movie is kind of canceled, I really like his performance in Jeepers Creepers. I just like Justin Long about anything. Right. But the next thing we got out of the three things I want in this movie, CM Punk, Mr. Phil Brooks is in this movie, and CM Punk's one of my favorite wrestlers. I haven't seen this other stuff with horror, but it looks like he's gonna be absolutely badass in this movie, fucking terrifying a little bit. And the third thing, Goops, have you seen the trailer for this?
I started watching it. I didn't want to get too much into it, but I know kind of the gist. He's Justin Long is the cop, and it kind of looked like it played out as kind of like a episode of Cops. You know what I mean?
Can I tell you the twist, because this is my third favorite thing now of this?
Yeah.
Vampires.
No,
what they are, the Dermot Mulroney, CM Punk, all of them, the Night Patrol is vampires. They're vampires and turn Justin Long into a vampire. So the people that live in the hood are going after them, because it seems like when CM Punk shoots that girl at the beginning of the trailer, that's one of the guy's sisters. And they don't know that they're vampires until that scene happens, because the guy that survives tells them that, and it's like a whole thing of cop vampires versus the hood.
Yeah,
I don't know. It's trippy, crazy, kind of fuck shit.
Right, fuck shit.
But I'm down for it. You got that versus that. I'm all in.
Hey, but let's be honest. Anything with Justin Long in it, just take my money. You know what I mean? Just it's yours.
Definitely.
And speaking of take my money, the next one, the Return to Silent Hill trailer dropped, and I did watch this one, and I'm super stoked for it. And it looks like they're going, no pun intended, they're going back to the OG Silent Hill, because the first Silent Hill was fantastic. So it kind of has that same kind of feel. But I'm excited to see this one.
So I haven't seen none of the Silent Hill movies, but I know from the trailer this is based on Silent Hill 2, the video game. I haven't played it. I just downloaded it after watching that trailer, so I am ready to play it. It looks like it's based on the movie or the game. It looks like it's actually the game out in movie form, because I've been seeing people pull stuff out from the game and post pictures of it, the original, the remake of the game, and this trailer of it's the little girl that he's seeing, that our main guy is seeing in the movie. But it looks good.
Yeah.
Am I going to watch it? Yes. It's Cineverse. It's Screenbox. I don't know if Screenbox established this one. I know Cineverse and Bloody discussing this. Yeah. Definitely. Anything with the Cineverse symbol on it, I'm seeing it. I saw Terrifier 3, Toxic Avenger, Silent Night, Deadly Night, we'll see. And this, you damn right I'm gonna see this.
100%. Yeah, definitely. But that is all the news that we have for you.
No, whoa. I do have one more piece of news.
You
This movie news is so big, and I can't wait for next Christmas after seeing this news. Mr. Robert Eggers' new movie, Werewolf. We got our first look, but it's like set photos, so it's not like a first show from like Focus Features. But this movie stars Lily Rose Depp, William Dafoe, Aaron Taylor Johnson, Ralph Ineson, so the same four from Nosferatu. But this movie, give me it now. I'm like, we are 104 days? No, 101 days from where we're recording right now. So when this episode drops, you guys are 139 days, 399 days away from this movie. And this movie needs to be here right now.
Yeah.
Because this movie, like, I love Nosferatu, but I think this movie is going to outdo Nosferatu. It's dark. It's a gothic tale like he always does. But this, he has says his darkest. I think it's going to be his most brutal. I haven't seen it, but I heard his most brutal is the Northman. It might be more brutal than the Northman, actually.
Yeah. Anything that he does, he's one of my favorite modern horror directors. I love everything that he's done, and Nosferatu was my favorite movie of last year, and so I have high expectations. So the countdown begins. But now, speaking of countdowns, we have a few days until Thanksgiving, so we're going to get into all things Thanksgiving, from horror movies to food, and we have a little surprise piece of information.
Like a game.
Yeah, a game is the best way to put it. A surprise game at the end of the episode, so stay tuned. But what do you traditionally do for Thanksgiving, Dakota?
Ooh, so get the family together. I got two things. I'm going to do this and pre-pandemic. Right now, post-pandemic, the family gets together, me, mom, dad, brother, sister-in-law, and we have a good Thanksgiving dinner. Turkey, stuffing, homemade mac and cheese from mom, homemade potato salad from mom, homemade giblet gravy from dad, rolls, green beans, the whole fucking table, and some cranberry sauce. So good. For dessert, sometimes pumpkin pie with whipped cream. Like, I'm a dude that you gotta shove the fucking whipped cream or the Cool Whip all over the pie. And some cheesecake.
Nice.
It's out there also. And sometimes, if mom wants to do it, we're not doing it this year, but sometimes like a little homemade pumpkin roll is sometimes on the table also.
Hell yeah. Yeah. It's kind of hit or miss what we do. Usually we go over to the in-laws and they have a bunch of people over, and usually me and the wife are helping cook and everything like that. But usually we do the traditional stuff like the turkey, ham, stuffing, mac and cheese. They do collard greens, which are fucking fantastic. But they'll also do different things. They do like fried fish and spaghetti. Like, it's a smorgasbord of everything. Yeah,
Oh.
I didn't think it went together, but it goes together so well. And we just kind of hang out and enjoy the time. I feel like this, especially nowadays, the holiday life in general is so fucking stressful, and the holidays can add to that stress. But now with my own family, we try to make the holidays as best as we can and as least stressful as possible. And so this year we're going to be chilling. I'm going to work in the morning, and then we're just chilling. It's just going to be us. We're going to probably watch the football games, of course, because who doesn't watch football on Thanksgiving? But just going to be a good good relaxing time. But the main question.
Before that, can I just say my pre-pandemic
Oh yeah,
Thanksgiving? So it's me, my brother, when he lived with us before he moved out with his fiance. Um, then okay, so me, my brother, mom, dad, my grandpa and grandma before they passed away. So we would either go to their house recently before the pandemic happened, or but before that they would come here. We would do the same thing. But this we're gonna get a little discussion about this after the Thanksgiving meal. Now we chill and relax, like you said. Used to we had 2 hours or 3 hours to chill and relax. Then you had to be in your car because Black Friday was happening at six
oh man,
o'clock or 7 o'clock, and
yeah.
you had to go stay in line. And for me, I had to be at Walmart in that line, getting ready to get all the fucking movies I needed. Remember the deals when they had the $2 DVDs from two to
Yep,
like 20? Where is that now? Like
I
back
know.
then, this used to probably be $10, $15, possible maybe 13. But
Yeah.
what was the $2 DVDs? Like I want some cheap DVD horror DVDs. Like
Oh,
we don't get that anymore.
no. I think the cheapest they run now is I think 5, which you can get 5 pretty much any day. But
I'm seeing them $10 right now this year.
yeah, that's another thing. Real quick, could go off on a tangent here. Black Friday is not the same as it used to be.
No,
Now, because used to be you had to wake up and you'd have to sit there, doors opened at midnight. So you'd get there, you know, early or technically late. Or it was like what, 5 in the morning. So you had to get up at like 2 or 3, get to the store and wait. Then they kept bumping it back. And then it was like, oh, we're going to open at midnight. So then you'd have to get there at 10 on Thanksgiving. Now they're just like, we're doing monthly Black Friday deals. And it's like, there's no excitement anymore. You know what I mean? There's no, because I used to love it, getting up early and going out there. I remember standing out at Toys R Us for my niece and stuff like that. Like that ain't happening no more, man. Or hitting the malls and going from store to store in the mall. Everything's online or the whole month.
or like you said, was staying like when I went to Walmart. Like what was it? Was that last year? Yeah, it was last year right before the pandemic happened. Was like how my Walmart goes is you got the meat. It might be every Walmart, but my Walmart goes like the meat wall. Then you go outside from like the bakery and the deli, and then it goes up to like which was McDonald's. Then it's empty now, but like where
Yeah.
McDonald's used to be, right? We were right there at McDonald's waiting for the damn movies, and the video games were there too. So everyone wanted some video games back when everything was actually physical and not digital.
Yeah.
So getting up there and just sitting there, like, and it's everywhere, like people all over the place, like you get bumped into, you getting this and that, but it seems like you said, that's not where anywhere anymore. Like I recently, these past couple years, since my job I got 5 years ago, um, the first two, no, the first one I traded my day of work that week so I can go. Because you have Best Buy in the mall and still all of
Yeah.
them that done it. Second year I left work early because I went to GameStop, Best Buy, the mall, but like a different mall. And that
Yeah.
mall seemed like there was no pandemic that happened the year before. It seemed like that thing was booming. The year after I left work early again, a little bit later on in the day though. And for that one, I went to Best Buy, but that was it. There was no mall, there was no nothing.
Yeah.
Because that mall trip was kind of crazy. That was the most like crazy thing. Mom's like, we're not going back down there. I'm like, okay, but that's Black Friday. Let me see, what year was that? That was 23, 24, which was last year, right? I only left work early because we got done early. That's the only reason I left work. We didn't shop or anything. I come straight home. This year, I might actually stay at work the whole day because unless we can get done early again, I'm leaving because there's literally no shopping.
Yeah.
Like me and mom and dad were talking, there's nowhere to shop anymore. You either shop online or you don't get nothing.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Times have changed for sure. But you know what hasn't changed? The food. Okay. I'm going to give you a hot take. Okay.
Oh, here we go.
The hot take from me is that Thanksgiving food is overrated as hell.
Whoa. Time out. This is the second time out. You only get 3 during a football game, but so this is my second one right now. What do you mean? Like, I need some explain. Like, is it certain types of food, or is it just the whole food in general?
Turkey's boring.
That should knock your ass out though after you eat it.
Yeah, 9 times out of 10, it is dry. You have to cook it a certain way to keep it dry. I get it, or to keep it moist. I get it, but 9 times out of 10, whoever you don't get it. You got to slop it in gravy. Mashed potatoes. You have that all the time. You know what I mean? Stuffing, cool. I am a sides person when it comes to Thanksgiving. I don't mess with the turkey really. I prefer ham over turkey. You know what I mean? If we're going to get real technical, I would love my preferred meat is a prime rib for Thanksgiving.
Oh, we're doing steak for Thanksgiving?
Prime rib, the prime rib roast where you get it all nice and you put the rosemary crust on it and cut it and it's nice.
Talking about roast?
Yeah, like a medium rare.
Side tangent real quick before you head on because you brought up steak and I just saw this. How do you get your steak done?
Medium rare.
I do medium or medium rare. I go between there.
Yeah, I'm a medium rare guy. And don't get me started on freaking cranberry sauce. Nobody eats cranberry sauce, or nobody likes cranberry sauce. You have to force it because it's tradition.
Whoa.
I hate cranberry sauce, especially the one in the can. I hate it so much. It's just, I get it. But can we do something else? I get it. It's tradition and everything like that. But you don't have to make these same foods over and over. You know what I mean? It just doesn't make sense that we keep going centuries and years and everything eating the same stuff.
Okay, this is why I had to get this off my chest right now. If you want some good cranberry sauce on some stuff, they already done away with it. Next year, goobs. Go to Firehouse Subs. That Thanksgiving sub. I'm serious. The stuffing mixed with it might sound like disgusting, but the mayonnaise on the sub with some turkey and some cranberry sauce.
Yeah.
You know how mayonnaise is kind of salty?
Yeah.
That sweetness combined with the saltiness of the mayonnaise, I'm serious. It's a counterbalance that I've never thought before. And even the saltiness of the stuffing helps it too. I'm like, and you don't even taste the turkey.
Yeah.
Dip in a little bit of that gravy.
Like I said, I once Halloween is over, I'm just like, let's skip to Christmas. You know what I mean? Yeah. That's just my Thanksgiving tangent. But the best part about Thanksgiving is the Thanksgiving horror movies. That's the best part.
Before the movies, I thought of one more piece of food that we have to talk about.
Okay.
Deviled eggs at the Thanksgiving meal.
Deviled eggs are fire. I will give deviled eggs a pass.
How do you like your deviled eggs?
As far as
how you would like them made.
I'm pretty traditional. I don't like, take the yolks, mayonnaise, mustard, some little bit of relish, and then whip that up and then put it back in and top it with paprika. You always got to top it with the paprika on there, man.
So this is how we do it at my house. So if you guys want to know a different way to make some good deviled eggs, here we go. Take the yolk out, right? Put mayonnaise, just mayonnaise. No mustard, just mayonnaise. Don't put relish in it. Chop up the dill, not the dill pickle, get sweet pickles.
Okay.
Chop them up, throw them in there, mix it up, put it back in the egg. One, it's creamier, and two, it's nice, but you get that sweetness.
Yeah.
And especially when you leave it in the refrigerator for like the day, next day, all those those sweet juices and everything soak into that yolk, and it makes it more flavorful.
Yeah. No, my wife, that's like my wife's favorite thing. She'll just make deviled eggs randomly. So we
deviled eggs are good.
Yeah. But let's go over some I know we're a horror movie podcast, but it's Thanksgiving. We want to talk about everything about it. But now let's get into the movies. For Thanksgiving horror movies in general, the genre or the subgenre is lacking a little bit. There's some good ones, but there's also some really terrible ones.
But we don't have a lot either.
And there's not a lot, yeah. There's some where it's like Thanksgiving adjacent, where they have they're in the season and whatnot. But Christmas horror has so many good ones, but Thanksgiving not so much. But we're gonna go over some that we both enjoy, and maybe there's some that most likely you've heard of them, but maybe there's some that you haven't. Dakota, I know. Let's just rip the Band-Aid off.
No. We're saving the Band-Aid to the very end.
All right. So the first one you got to talk about, at least for me, is of course Thanksgiving. It is a ridiculously horrible movie, but it's so fucking good. I think of it as if Freddy Krueger's soul got reincarnated into a fucking turkey. What I mean by that is this turkey kills motherfuckers and has some of the funniest one-liners you'll hear. He's chasing this lady. Tops off.
I think I know what you talk about. I know
tops off. She trips and falls, turns around. The turkey's right there. And he just yells out, "Nice tits, bitch." And
that's not the line I thought of.
No. Nice tits, bitch. And just axes her to death. I mean, it's so cheesy, but it's so fun. And then the ending is absolutely absurd. There's a vat of toxic waste that it's just fun. It's a fever dream, but it's hilarious. So that's always on my watch list when it comes to Thanksgiving Day horror.
So I haven't seen either that one or the sequel, which is called 3. There's no number 2.
Yeah, there's no number 2.
If you guys are one. Is there one line that says "gobble gobble, bitch"?
Yeah, I'm trying to remember. Yes, there is a gobble gobble line as well. And the turkey uses a shotgun half the time. I don't know how he would grip the trigger with his feathers. It doesn't make any sense.
So up next is one, I think you haven't seen this before. I got it from Colby last year when he was going through his Thanksgiving horror, and I decided to put it on. And this is a low independent horror movie, and it's kind of goofy in the concept of it. But it's called Blood Freak. It came out in 1972. So
I think I started it.
So, but it's about a biker.
Yes.
Who wants to earn some money. So I pause, time out. Actually got this thing right up here, so I will tell you guys what it is. A biker comes upon a girl with a flat tire and offers her a ride home. He winds up at a drug party with the girl's sister, then follows her to a turkey farm owned by her father, a mad scientist. The father turns the biker into a giant turkey monster who goes after the drug dealers. When I tell you this movie is goofy, because this dude, you think would turn to a big ass turkey, right? No, the only thing on this dude's head is a turkey head. He go around killing people with just the turkey head.
So I started this movie a couple of days ago at work, and I could not get past the party where they were the beginning party. I made it like 10 minutes into the movie and I couldn't finish it because it was horrible as far as the acting goes and stuff like that. I'm sad that I missed out on a guy butchering people with just a turkey head on.
Hey, to be honest, the ending, I will tell you it after we get off Goobs, because just in case everybody wants to see, I don't want to spoil it for them, but what's the end? I'm like, what the fuck? This whole entire movie, it's actually pretty good though, but for like a low 70s horror movie, but damn, it's goofy.
Yeah, dude, that's funny. I may have to go back and just fast forward it through the terrible acting. Next one. This is it's called Black Friday, and it's a horror comedy, and it has Bruce Campbell and a few other recognizable faces on it, but it's basically what it is. There's a toy store that is getting ready for their Black Friday extravaganza. Fucking undead zombies kind of happen. They're like creatures, and it's bloody, it's gory, it's campy. You know, it's got Bruce Campbell, the B movie Prince himself, and it's just fucking fun. It came out.
Sawa also, right?
Yes. And why can't I think of the freaking other guy? I have to look it up, or it's gonna make me upset.
I can look it up for you real quick.
Let's
see. Black Friday. I know what you're talking about.
Michael Jai White has Michael Jai White in there as well.
Let's see.
And it's just hilarious. Yeah, they're at the toy store, and yeah, it's a parasitic infection. So different type of zombies, but it's hilarious. It is one that you have to watch.
Why does I just thought of this. Why does Bruce Campbell look like Colonel Sanders with a mustache?
Hey man, Bruce Campbell can look like whatever he wants to, man.
or he looks like he wants to sell you a car.
Oh yeah, used car salesman vibe for sure.
I want to see this movie so bad.
Yeah, you got to check it out.
So
what's the next one you got?
So up next I only got 3. So that other one was the first one. My second one though is one that probably some of you have heard. It's a little movie from 1987 called Blood Rage. And if you know the famous line, it's not cranberry sauce. Yes, it's that movie. This movie it's cheesy. It's like Goob said before about certain movies. It's a B horror movie. It's here and there.
Yeah.
But dude, this movie it's kind of crazy with how it goes. It's a slasher, of course. It's an 80s slasher. I gave it 3 stars. Same with the other one. I thought it was just okay. How the ending goes, I didn't like the ending whatsoever.
Yeah. I haven't been able to check that one out. It's not streaming anywhere.
Oh, I found it on. Let me find out for you real quick. I found it on Prime last year.
Yeah, because I looked on IMDb and it usually tells me where it's streaming, and it was not there. It did not sell me anything except for rent.
To rent on Fandango for $3.
I have to check that out.
Because I know last year was available on Prime. That's how I got to check it out.
Yeah. Nice. I'll have to check that one out. The next one that I got, it's a little film by Eli Roth. I'm just kidding. Just kidding. I'm just kidding. There's a movie called Pilgrim, and it's on Hulu. And
Marcus Dunstan.
yes, it's a banger, dude. I went in. It's slower for sure, but I went into it. Basically, a family. This lady wants to have like a traditional Thanksgiving and wants to like get back to the true Thanksgiving. So she hires these reenactors of the first Thanksgiving, but they do not break character, and the shit gets wild. Like I said, the first part of the movie is pretty fucking slow, but toward the end, when the shit actually gets cranked up, it goes pretty hard. However, the daughter in the fucking movie is one of those like teenage angst characters that like, ooh, I'm gonna break all the rules and I don't have to do it. So it's kind of annoying, but the movie as a whole is pretty fucking solid. And pretty surprising how good it actually was.
I kind of want to watch it because I haven't seen The Collector in the collection, but I like Dunstan. I like his movie last year, All of My Friends Are Dead.
Mm-hmm.
He wrote half of the Saw movie, so. And to be honest with you, you said it's brutal. Which was more brutal? Pilgrim or Thanksgiving?
Oh, Thanksgiving.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, there's some parts toward the end, like I said, where you're just like, damn, didn't expect it to do that. But yeah, definitely Thanksgiving.
Do you got any more movies, Thanksgiving movies you want to get off before we get to mine?
No, not really. A couple other ones. We don't have to go in depth because I still can't. I've watched this movie one time and I tried to watch it again, but Poultrygeist, The Night of the Chicken Dead is another one that's just, I believe that one's a trauma film. I believe that is. That one's just absolutely out of bounds and just wow. Another one that I started today that I've heard really good things about is Christy. It's about this girl who stays behind at her college during the Thanksgiving break, and like this cult comes after her on the actual college campus, and it's like this cat and mouse game with some like cult atmosphere in there. I've heard it's really good, but I haven't fully watched it yet. But those are some good ones that I have, and like I said, we're just kind of lacking in the Thanksgiving horror time. But let's go ahead and rip that Band-Aid off because we're going to talk about this one.
So, while you were talking about Christy, I did look it up, and Poultrygeist is a trauma film. It's directed by Lloyd Kaufman.
Yeah, dude. I will just say that the beginning of it, there's a dude in a graveyard, starts wanking it, and a skeleton finger goes somewhere that yeah. So yeah, it's pretty fucking wild, dude.
So, speaking of Poultrygeist, it looks like we're gonna get one called a sequel to it. I don't know how, but Poultrygeist 2, The Empire Strikes Back.
The Empire. Oh shit. It's so wild, dude.
But you're right, let's rip that Band-Aid off and let's talk about one of the best Thanksgiving horror movies of all time. And that is Mr. Eli Roth's Thanksgiving from 2023. This movie, so great. Seen it 3 times already. It has your generic Eli Roth stuff, and it's based off his fake trailer from Grindhouse from 2007. But this movie, it's the best. Like, I'm serious. It's the best Thanksgiving horror movie. It's the best. Is it the best we've done slasher? No. You got Scream up there. Like, this takes like the staple from Scream and runs with that. Is this the best one that Spyglass has done? Yes. Out of Scream 5, 6, this, and Hard Eyes, this is the best one. For me.
Yeah, I enjoy this one. I think that you have the whodunit. I'm going to be... The Mask is probably a top 5 mask in modern horror to me, like a slasher mask. John Carver is a sweet ass fucking mask. That's my opinion. I love it. There's some scenes in here that go pretty fucking hard. They roast a whole spoilers. They roast a whole fucking human being as a fucking turkey. Like, that part when he had him tied up in the fucking table, I was not expecting that shit.
Okay, we're going to get into spoilers real quick. So if you guys haven't checked it out, Eli Roth's Thanksgiving, definitely go do so. I saw this on TikTok the other day. You know when the killer, before I reveal who the killer is, has the stepmom on the table and he carves her. And he's like, oh, she'll be a good meal. Do you not remember? Okay, the killer is the officer played by Patrick Dempsey. Do you not remember at the house before the they found out that the John Carver house got broke into? Mm-hmm. That he tells her, oh yeah, I think it's Kathy. Kathy, you know you make an excellent dinner. And now I'm like, bro. I'm like, holy crap, the foreshadowing right there. I'm like, right? Oh my God.
I will say that the opening to Thanksgiving is one of the most chaotic openings of a fucking horror movie that I've ever seen. That Black Friday stampede is absolutely gnarly. Which...
Mike, what?
Oh, good.
Oh, no, what are you going to say? Because I got something about number 2 I want to talk about.
Oh, which that fucking scene with her scalp coming off and the hair, and it's fucking like, that's when you know you're in for like an Eli Roth movie, when just people are getting scalped and stomped, their heads stomped to try to get a fucking, what were they even trying to get, a waffle iron?
It's just a waffle. It was a free waffle iron, I think it was.
Yeah. So it's good fun. Like you said, it's not the best movie, it's not the best slasher, but it's a fun fucking movie, and I watch it every Thanksgiving.
So before we get into the second one, I knew it was an Eli Roth movie because I already knew he was like more brutal and stuff in the horror genre. When the dude gets stabbed in the neck with a piece of glass, and it just, oh my God, this is where we're going. And dude, you want to talk about a dude like striving for like greatness, and he wants that waffle iron. This dude grabs the waffle iron, bleeding out from his neck, dies. Then the damn idiot that kills the woman that Patrick Dempsey's having an affair with, grabs the waffle iron and starts rams right in the head with a buggy. And it's the part when she like pulls it more in her head, just bro.
Yeah.
If you want to talk about some violence too, the parade scene.
Yes.
One poor boy is just going around in the turkey costume, gets his head axed off.
He gets gobbled.
The grandpa, remember the grandpa in the truck?
Oh, yeah.
I jumped when that happened. The pole goes straight through his head. I'm like, and this is like me, like going off and on from horror movies. Like now, I'm like used to it after watching so many in a year. But like going off and on from horror movies, I'm like, what the fuck did I get myself into now? Like, this movie's good, but damn, this is brutal as shit. Yeah. Like, I didn't watch terrifying movies before. I'm like, this is the most brutal movie I watched. I'm like, hey, maybe it is.
Yeah.
But, and also when the Russian girl gets thrown onto the table saw.
Oh, yes.
I'm like, oh shit. And I forgot his name. It's the one of the not the football player that got killed, but the other one. I
Oh,
forgot his nickname.
I forgot the name.
When he's holding her and her guts are just hanging out, I'm like, damn.
Yeah. Like I said, it gets brutal. It goes pretty hard. And I love the aesthetic. Like, I know it's Thanksgiving time, but where did they fucking film this? What was the town? I can't remember, but
Oh, the actual town they filmed in, or what it took place in?
Where it took place in the movie. I forgot what it was, but it's like
Plymouth, Massachusetts.
Yeah.
It's the main ground for the first Thanksgiving.
Yeah. So I love the setting and the fall setting and the leaves, and like it was set up perfectly for the Thanksgiving time and the fall time. So I loved the actual set design and the small town vibe.
So it's Scuba. That's the boy's name.
Oh.
So I'm going to talk about number 2 real quick because, of course, we're going to get probably next year. Hopefully, come on, Mr. Roth, if you're listening, I need that movie next year. So first of all, I want to talk about the cast. The actress who plays Jessica's returning. Rick Hoffman's returning as her dad. Addison Rae is returning as Gabby. Milo Manham is returning as Ryan. Jaden Thomas Brooks is returning as Bobby. And Gabriel Davenport is returning as Scuba. So you're getting your main cast back from the first one. But Trisha Paytas is attached to be onto this movie. And if you don't know who Trisha Paytas is, she likes to name her kids Malibu Barbie and Aquaman.
Yeah. That's weirdo activity.
To be honest, I want to know her role with this because you already have Addison Rae over here.
Yeah.
Who before this, her acting credits were here and there. Like everyone has seen He's Got It, I think it is. Oh no, He's All That. That's what it is. But she's done really good in this movie. I give props to her on that. Like she probably needs to be in horror movies besides little fun hair dramas. But one, the opening, I hope it's better than the first one.
Yeah.
Do you think it will be? I want to know how the opening happens because you got the Black Friday technically massacre right here.
Yeah.
Because that's what they call it. How the hell do you top that with the second one?
I'm not even sure. But we know that it's going to go because I think this one will probably be under his own umbrella. So he's gonna.
No, it's still under Sony. And
oh, it will be?
Yeah, he said in that interview because they asked him if it was going to be under the horror section. He's like, no, this is full studio driven because, of course, they gave Roth the money and that's who they want to do the sequel with.
Then I'm not sure. I'm not sure how hard they're going to let him go. If it was just under him, it would be absolutely chaotic.
But they let him do what he did with the first one, though. Yeah.
So I think they should let the movies be how the director intends it to be. It's a bummer that when the studios get involved like this, it happens where stuff gets watered down and whatnot. But I think it'll be bigger and better than the first one. Maybe not better, but in the grand scheme of things, but like bigger and better as far as gore and stuff goes.
I don't know. I think he's trying to make the better movie.
Yeah.
I think that with that script and everything, he's trying to make the better movie. Because I think they heard a lot of complaints from the first one. They tried to fix that in the second one.
Yeah.
2, the killer. Who do you think it's going to be? Because you've seen the first one a couple of times. Who
Yeah.
would you think the killer would be in the second one?
I don't, because I can't remember exactly who all died. I know.
So the only one from the main group that died is the Addison Rae's boyfriend, the one
Yeah.
who was driving the car. That's the only one that died. The rest of them lived.
Dude, with the pattern that these horror movies go, it'd probably be like the boyfriend's like family or something, like a new, you don't think?
No. So it's not. And everyone said this. What about if it's Ryan? Because you don't see him at the end of the movie. You see Bobby, Scuba's tied up.
Yeah.
Of course, Jessica's getting chased down. Gabby's and everything. You don't see Ryan anywhere.
Could be.
Because of course he was friends with the security guard that got killed, that got trampled on.
Yeah.
And to breeze over that and have no effect on that, it's kind of weird.
Yeah.
What
That
about
might be
Patricia
it.
Paytas, though?
that's what they should do. Just let it happen. This is for Aquaman. Oh shit. But any other comments or anything about Thanksgiving horror movies?
Not horror movies, but we gotta talk about one topic before we get off. And it's about Thanksgiving. What do we watch on Thanksgiving? Most of us in the United States. It's like a big staple of Thanksgiving.
Are you talking about the parade?
No, I'm talking about football.
Oh yeah, football. Okay, because I was gonna say I don't watch the parade.
The parade's not bad. It's got some great balloons and some things here and there, but it's the football. And me and you, we like football. I know your team is playing. I think this week, right?
Yeah, they always do.
Thursday. They playing against the Kansas City Chiefs.
Yeah,
Patty Mahomes. So we got 3 lineups. I know this is a horror podcast, but this is part of Thanksgiving. It's the football. So we got 3 games. First game up is the Packers versus Lions.
as always.
Second game is your Cowboys versus Chiefs. And the third game is the Bengals versus Ravens. So my prediction is I think the Cowboys are going to beat the Chiefs. Because I'm telling you, CD and George Pickens got into the Vegas Strip that night, had a wild time, and they're just going the fuck off these past 2 games, especially George Pickens. And it's helping my fantasy team right now. But I think the Lions are going to win. I think the Packers are not that good this year.
Yeah, no. Yeah, I would say. And then the Ravens for sure, because fucking.
No.
You know,
Burrow's coming back on Thursday.
Let that man heal up. You're not going to make the playoffs.
No, he said he's ready. He said he's ready.
Well, I think the Lions, and then they're in Dallas because they always are. I think it's going to be a close game. I would say probably a field goal game. And then, and I think the Ravens will still beat them even with Joe Burrow.
Who you got for the Chiefs and Cowboys, though? You did say a pick.
Oh, I think dude, I told you I'm on sabbatical until Jerry Jones sells the team or hands operations down.
He's just going to hand it to his son.
Which they need to get away from the family. This is another podcast topic. He needs to actually hire somebody outside the family to run the team and make the GM decisions. But I think they're not going to let the Chiefs miss the playoffs. So they'll rattle off a few games in a row, and I think the Chiefs will win by like a field goal. Kind of like how they did with the Colts.
No, they're the 10th seed right now.
Yeah, they need to get a few more wins. So I think I think the NFL will want them to win more than the Cowboys.
No.
But would I like to see Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce lose? Of course I would.
I think America does.
Right. So there's one last thing that we're going to play, and we are going to pick 5 horror movie characters that we want to invite to our Thanksgiving dinner. So you want to start off? Do you got a list? Because I got my first one that I want to.
We will snake back and forward. For my first pick, I'm going to go with a dude. He lives out in the woods. He lives out in the swamp.
Okay, good.
And I think he would have a good Thanksgiving dinner with, and that's Victor Crowley.
Hell yeah. Good pick. Not saying he was on my list because I think he would. I think his he doesn't shower, so I think it might ruin the mood a little bit at dinner. You know what I mean?
Maybe.
It might be a little stinky, but I think it'd be a good company. But my first pick is Hannibal Lecter. He's going to cook us the best Thanksgiving meal ever. It may be made out of people, but it's going to taste good. That's my first pick.
Up next, then, I'm gonna pick the guy that makes Thanksgiving himself, Mr. John Carver.
Hell yeah. Oh man, there's what do I want to go? Yep, fuck it. My next pick, I'm gonna invite Annie Wilkes.
Oh, Kathy Bates?
Kathy Bates playing Kathy Bates. I'm inviting her. She's gonna make sure the house is clean. She may make us not ever leave, but she's gonna be a good host.
Okay, what I'm thinking is my Thanksgiving is gonna be very dirty, while Goobs is like pristine. He's gonna have a clean house. He's gonna have a great chef. I'm over here with the dude who's made Thanksgiving. The dude who's probably smells like old swamp water. But up next, for my pick, this dude's not going to talk to anybody. He's just going to sit down, breathe heavily, and hopefully eat some food. That's Mikey Myers.
Nice. Now, I don't know if this is cheating or not for my third pick, because it's a duo. Can we count them as one, or are we going to count them separate?
Let's count them separate. I think I know who you're going to go with.
Okay, since so this will be my 3 and 4 then. I'm bringing Abbott and Costello to my fucking Thanksgiving.
I didn't even think
we're gonna have some comic relief after dinner. Right there, those two.
Heck, after you said that pick, reverse that. Let's combine that. Let that be your 3.
All right, there we go. That's my 3rd. There we go. So yeah, Abbott and Costello. That'll be our comic relief after dinner.
My goodness, Scoops is gonna have the best Thanksgiving dinner. He's gonna have people that talking. I'm gonna have Michael Myers over here just sitting there ready for the turkey. For my comic relief, for my 4th person, I'm gonna pick a dude that has one-liners, that has some zingers, and that's Freddy Krueger.
Nice. I thought about it, but I also thought about after you eat all that turkey and stuffing and everything, you're going to want to take a nap, and you don't want him around when you take a nap.
He's already going to be there. I invited him, so me and him are good basis with each other.
Okay. Makes sense then.
And he gets extra pumpkin pie.
Oh, man. I'm trying to think for my number 4 now. You know, for my number 4, oh man, this one's tough. I'm trying to fit the theme of my dinner, because if I pick one that I really want to show up, it's going to ruin the whole meal. But you know what? I'll save him for last, just in case you you don't take them. So we are going to go with Jack Torrance as my fourth, because you always need that crazy uncle at a Thanksgiving dinner. And who's more crazy than Jack Torrance?
Okay, if you got the crazy uncle, I got the goofy nephew or the goofy cousin. Because Mr. Art the Clown is going to come with his little horn and just
knew it.
All around everybody.
I knew it. I was gonna pick him because I'm like, he's gonna throw off the whole dinner. Hell yeah. Good pick right there. Oh man. And now we got our final pick. Man. This is gonna make or break the whole draft, isn't it?
If you don't pick this one, I'm gonna put this one as an honorable mention. I'm gonna explain why.
All right. And I think my last number 5, just because everybody has had a nice dinner. We've got, Hannibal, we've got Annie, everybody's is going to be there. I think I'm going to have to go just because. Oh, fuck. Yep, I'm going to go with it. I'm going to go with Patrick Bateman. Could have we can turn on the tunes, He's got a great music selection.
He's going to play Huey and the Boys?
Yeah, Huey, Louie, and the he's going to put on the music. Yeah, that's my number. That's 5 right there. And I think that is the perfect guest list.
To be honest with you, I think your Thanksgiving, everyone might kill each other except Alabama and Costello. Me,
yeah.
You got Victor Crowley over here, probably going to eat all the food.
Mm-hmm.
Michael's just going to sit there.
Yeah,
John Carver's going to be looking around the place for a nice place to go cook some dinner. He's going to be the one cooking my dinner, by the way.
There you go.
Freddie is going over here just waiting for people to fall asleep. And I think that Art's just going to bother the hell out of Michael to Michael do something. But my honorable mention, I was going to do before. I was going to talk about Art. That was my faith, I thought. Because I went first, right? Art, Michael, Freddie,
yeah,
John Carver, Victor.
Yeah, you're right. All right.
My honorable mention is, I was about putting because I need somebody to carve the turkey. And that is Leatherface with his chainsaw.
There you go. I was going to pick Leatherface, but we've already seen how his family dinners go, and I wasn't about that, dude.
I don't know. Him and Hannibal Lecter would be good, probably.
True. Leatherface supplies the bodies, and Hannibal cooks it. That's solid resourcefulness right there. That was fun. All right. Any last words before we get out of here?
I just wanted to let everybody know Happy Thanksgiving. Even though we're pre-recording this episode, and we'll drop on there. Happy Thanksgiving. Have a safe and happy Thanksgiving. Get ready for Christmas time because we got some great episodes coming from reviews and, like we said before, Christmas horror movie episode. And the rest of the year is going to be fucking wild. But also, before Goobs, I'm going to take a little bit part of the outro from you, because I need you guys to hit that like button, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Hit that subscribe button for the video version. I'll let Goobs do the audio version. But I need you, because you see these two beautiful men right here. Hit that subscribe button to join us in the Horror and Gore Podcast family. But also, let us know down below, what is your 5 people that you want bring to your Thanksgiving dinner, horror movie wise?
Yes.
But goes with that being said, if you want to close this out.
All right. Again, thank you guys for being here. Happy Thanksgiving. Have a safe and fun holiday. Be good. Don't do anything we wouldn't do. And again, if you're listening to the audio version, give us a 5-star rating. We definitely love your time being with us. 5 stars. Again, happy Thanksgiving. Happy holiday season. Let us know your plans in the comment section. And again, just thank you from Dakota and myself. And as always, we will see you next Tuesday.
See you next Tuesday.